Everybody, David Paul with you here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. Very heavy rain across our northern counties this evening. There's one spot in particular that I wanted to give you an update on first. Then we'll get to the radar and where the rain is moving. But this is the Lake Conroe area. Let's see, here's Highway 105. This is I-45. Here's the lake. That bullseye right there, radar estimating 5 inches or more of rain has fallen here in just the past 3 hours. So there are going to be a lot of high water spots up and around the Lake Conroe area. We'll zoom in a little bit. So there's the 1097 bridge going over to Bentwater. Talked about this at 7 o'clock. It looked like Bentwater was taking a very heavy rainstorm, maybe even some hail. And so that type of rain core, estimating 3, 4, 5 inches of rain right here. 1097 west of the lake heading out to Montgomery. Expect high water spots, standing water on the roadways in here. Slow down, don't go out in this right now. This is going to take some time to drain back off into the lake or drain on off to the west of the lake. So again, Lake Conroe area, 1097 bridge, both sides. Here's I-45, so you get off I-45, get on 1097, but you get close to the lake, and that's where that really heavy rain core, perhaps as much as 5 inches or more of rain, has fallen just here in the past 3 hours. So be advised, Lake Conroe, heavy rain has caused street flooding there. Here's the way the radar stands right now. The batch of thunderstorms has basically broken into 2 halves. We've got one racing east, southeast. It's going to graze and clip the north side of Liberty County. It's hitting Polk and San Jacinto County now. And then this part right here, which is kind of pulled up stationary, still raining over the Lake Conroe area, Montgomery County right now. Montgomery getting heavy rain right now. Let's take a closer look at what's going on. These are the active advisories and warnings. Severe thunderstorm warning right here, still in effect for along in the south side of the lake. Looks like the heaviest rain core has moved a little bit further south. Magnolia getting in on some heavy rain right now. That severe thunderstorm warning, the yellow outlined area for Montgomery County, Lake Conroe southward, in effect until 8:15. 1 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are possible with that cell. It's drifting almost due south. So instead of this moving south-southeast, like the rest of, like this half of the line is, Cleveland, Shepherd, Dallardsville, this part has cut off and is moving due south. I've got a storm track for both of them here in just a moment. I'll show it to you. Also, circled in green, flash flood advisory, high water on secondary roads up in here. Do not go out here on those roads now that the sun is set. These secondary roads, these fire roads through the Sam Houston National Forest, lots of high water spots on them right now, so you don't want to go out there. So here's the lake, by the way. This is all this right here. That is the Lake Conroe watershed. So all the water that's fallen here is going to go into the lake. I expect to see at least some minor rises on the lake with all the rain you've had up there the last 3 to 6 hours. Madisonville also with a flood advisory until 10:30 tonight. So lots of dangerous high water spots, especially those little creek crossings, very dangerous out there tonight. Hail, heavy rain, got 2 spikes. One over the south side now of Lake Conroe. So here's Highway 105. This is where we've had that very, very heavy rain total here, 1097 bridge over the central part of the lake. Now it's moved a little further south. So there's the dam, Highway 105, there's I-45. Here's your very heavy rain, maybe some hail with that as well. I can slide this just a little bit so we can get a little bit closer view of it. And let's zoom in. So here's where we're getting just blinding rain. Honea Egypt Road, Fish Creek thoroughfare getting wet here, getting the heavy rain. There's FM 2854. Again, here's 105. There's downtown Conroe. And here's 1488. I-45, so between 1488 and Highway 105 now, south of the lake, blinding rain here. And high water spots expected, especially those little ditch and creek crossings right there. So that's one of the heavy rain spots right now. And this is another one right here. You could be seeing some hail. So here's Highway 105, there's Bobville, Highway 105 out to Stoneham, and there's 249. Here's FM 1774. So right in here is FM 1774 east Highway 249 east on Highway 105. Blinding rain there, and there will be high water spots on many of the roads up here in South and West Montgomery County. Again, there's your hail core right there. Continuing on, again, we've got two spots here, two spots that we want to track. Just to put it in motion for you, there's this half right here has gone more east than anything else. It's going to clip northern Liberty County with some brief heavy rain, but right now you're not warned here in our area on that line. That's the warned cell. That's the one that has kind of pulled up stationary. It looks like it wants to get a push more south than anything else, so that one may end up getting into spring. So spring and the woodlands, you're on the edge of that right now, getting some heavy rain on the north side of the woodlands. Zoom in up here for you guys. Yeah, woodlands, you're right on the edge of that very heavy rain shaft. Here's 45, there's 242. Woodlands right in here. So here it comes. Woodlands expect some very heavy rain here, lightning and thunder for the next hour or so as that moves south. You can expect at least street ponding there as that moves through the woodlands and pushes toward the Tomball area. So storm track on the east side of the line. That one's heading more east. Right now, this one is heading toward Dayton. It's knocking on the door. So Dayton 835, Liberty 840. That holds together as it pushes through Liberty County. Beaumont, it would reach you by 913. That's the east side. That's going to impact Liberty County with thunderstorms here for the next hour or so. Still have some pretty good rain going on there. Southern Polk and southern San Jacinto County. And then here is this one that's dumped all the torrential rain up across Lake Conroe, about to push into the woodlands right now. This one heading, it's drifting south, but it's moving very slow. So there is some uncertainty as exactly how this one's going to play out. It's drifting south. Maybe it's drifting a little east of south. So woodlands, you're getting hit right now. 814, here we are, we're coming up on 814. So you're getting hit right now. Tomball 815, Cochrane 838, Spring 857, as this is pushing south slowly. So that one we'll just kind of have to watch. If it were to hold together and push south, it would reach Katy by 940. There you are, Katy. I don't know how that's going to play out, but we're keeping an eye on it. Jersey Village, it would reach you by 918. So that's where we stand right now with those thunderstorm cells. So that line pushing through. That will come to an end as we head toward 10, 11 o'clock. Another storm system, an upper level disturbance, is already producing thunderstorms up in the Texas Panhandle. That one expected to come on southeast and put a cluster of storms in central Texas by 3:30 a.m. That would be our morning Friday storms. By 5 a.m. it's knocking on the door of Brenham and Navasota. By 7 o'clock it's pushing up and down the 59 corridor into downtown Houston. This one has a straight line wind threat and hail threat. Pushing to the coast by 9 a.m. Friday morning and then off, then we get a break, and then another disturbance forecast to roll in Friday evening, 5, 6, 7 p.m. Another round of rain and maybe some strong thunderstorms pushing in. Here's a closer view of Friday morning storms. There's the potential leading edge of that line of thunderstorms reaching, Huntsville to Montgomery, Magnolia, Tomball, Columbus by 5:30 in the morning. Already through downtown, the leading edge by 8 a.m. There's the leading edge. So between 5 and 8, that comes through tomorrow morning. It's a messy morning commute. Again, this could have some isolated pockets where we get straight line winds exceeding 60 miles an hour and hail. To the coastline by 9 a.m. and then it's out of here. We get a break for lunch. Get outside for lunch because as we head into the afternoon, here comes round 3. 5 p.m., line of thunderstorms coming into the north and west, and again, we'll have to watch for at least an isolated severe threat by 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. We're getting wet up and down the board. As far as our severe threat overall, it's a 2. It's a 2 out of a 5 tiered system. So the severe threat is not over the top, but we can have straight line winds that exceed 60 in some storms, and we can see hail with a threat like that. And that's what we have now, tomorrow morning, and tomorrow afternoon. That's Friday's severe threat. Why is everything moving west to east? These are the winds at 18,000 feet, and you can see everything's flowing west to east. So those storms start to go up, and they're going up to 40, 50, 60,000 feet. So they feel that push at 18,000 feet right in the center of mass of the storm, and it just pushes it, and it rides right along with those winds at the mid-levels. Those are considered mid-level winds. Let me give you the big picture once again. There it is. Yeah, this is moving east-southeast, and then this is, south-southeast. So if that holds together, it's in the woodlands now. Spring Creek, Cypress area, Klein area, that's pushing in your direction. That's an intense thunderstorm. And so expect, in fact, let me just put a new track on that. We will clean this up because that is going to affect a lot of folks in North and West Harris County. Tomball area, Klein, that's you. Woodland, Spring. Clean that up. And again, this is moving south, but the speed is tough to gauge. I've got it moving south at about, let's just put it at 20. It's about 20 miles an hour. It's changing. There's your storm moving south-southeast. So if this holds together, reaches Spring by 8:36 here in about 15-20 minutes. It's in the woodlands now. Spring 8:36, Cypress 8:45. So here's the Cypress area. That's the 99 connector. There's Beltway 8. There's the 610 loop. So pushing into North and West Harris County, here's Cypress area by 8:45 in about a half an hour from you. Busher to Continental by 9:02. You got a flight, that could cause a ground delay. Spring Valley 9:24, downtown by 9:32, Katy by 9:44. And what we'll do is just kind of show you how this is moving. Rock it back. That's 2 hours ago. You can see it is shrinking. It's trying to use up all the energy of the afternoon heat. We'll monitor it. Woodlands, Spring, you're definitely going to get in on that. Expect heavy rain, maybe some small hail. That's where we stand right now. That storm, if it continues to weaken and this stuff beginning to move out and weakening, if we can lose that severe thunderstorm warning here in a little bit, we're going to see if the atmosphere can slowly begin to settle down. I still expect rain here, but below severe limits. At 10 o'clock, models are going to update, so we'll not only take a look at this, but tomorrow morning's storm chances and what the severe weather threats will be for tomorrow morning. We'll have an updated timeline for that, updated timeline for tomorrow afternoon and evening storms. All of that on KHOU 11 News on the TV side at 10 o'clock. We will see you then.